Welcome back to Pinterest. Now that you've created your account, I'm going to show you some of the basic features that the main Pinterest page has to offer. The first thing you should always make sure of before you start is that you're logged in. If you go to the top right hand corner, you'll see your username stated clearly on the top right hand. Pinterest usually keeps you signed in to whatever computer you use most often so that you don't have to keep logging in. However, it's always good practice to double check. So now that I'm ready and logged in, I want to show you the main page of Pinterest. Pinterest's main page is a news feed. The news feed is very similar to the news feed that you would see on Facebook or Twitter. It goes in order from the most recent posts to the oldest posts. So as you scroll down, you're getting into older posts that have been placed. So as I take a look, I can see that there's a lot of different things that it has to offer. But I want to start looking at Pinterest in different categories. So if I go on the top of the Pinterest page, I'll see different areas that I can click on to sort the pins in different ways. As a first-time Pinterest user, I suggest scrolling over the Categories tab and selecting something of interest. Being a teacher, I'm always looking for new ideas, so I am constantly looking in the education area to see what the most recent pinners have posted. So if I go through, I can see these are just some of the most recent posts by Pinterest users. Now something to keep in mind is that not everything that you see is always in the correct category. So if I click on education, I sometimes might not think that food or recipes would come up, but they just happen to be placed in that category for some reason. So you still have to do a lot of weeding as you go through. You can also take a look at every post that's been placed on Pinterest, which will give you a wide range of things, but it's definitely not very specific. Another area I go into a lot is popular. Popular is going to show you what posts have been reposted over and over and over again. So you're seeing the most popular ones on Pinterest. Okay? You're also going to see an area that says gifts, and it's a pretty cool feature if you're, especially around the holidays right now. You're going to see different places where you can select monetary amount. So if you want to spend between $1 and $20, then it will bring up what some pinners have posted for that price amount. So that's pretty interesting too. Another feature I wanted to show you is down in the bottom right-hand corner. And this becomes really helpful when you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling for an hour, and all of a sudden you realize that your scroll bar is all the way down at the bottom. So instead of having to scroll all the way back up, you can simply hit the scroll at the top button and it will take you right back to the top. Now to bring you back to the main page, you always press Pinterest at the top and it will take you right back. So that icon will always bring you back home. One other area that I wanted to show you is on the left-hand side. If you look at the left-hand side, you should see your Pinterest followers. Every time you follow a pinner or their activity, it'll appear on this left-hand side. If you've never used Pinterest before, this timeline will be blank and probably have a welcome message. But once you start following more people or boards, their pins will show up here. The last area on the Pinterest homepage is the search option up at the top left. In this area, you can type in anything that you're looking for. This is a great option for quick searches. Just keep in mind that what you see is not always what you get on Pinterest. Pinterest is only as good as its pinners and the information they provide. It can only place pins into categories if they're labeled clearly for the pinner who pinned it. So now that you know some of the basic features, start looking around, going through different categories, and then watch my tutorial on how to create boards and pin effectively to make sure that you're adding them in the right way. See you next time.